take advantage. But otherwise, the goal here is to really string out the bottom.
Well, it's a car's Gizzy.
I like the strategy here for Venturini cars.
Is he on the lead lap? No.
So it'll be 12 laps to go with the line.
He's like 70 laps down or something. Yeah, that's right.
Jake Finch, Gus Dean,
12
side by
to go.
side. Let's see if that gamesmanship, that team, it did exactly like you said.
They're going to go back down.
The 20 slips in front of the 55.
Oh, they're already going to wreck you.
The 27
seriously.
and the outside line, getting that energy.
How about LeVar Scott leading that outside line with Greg Van Alst?
Tim Richmond falling back like a rock, no help at all. You see him going backwards in the middle.
He's going to fall to the very back of the pack. No help in the middle.
And what's happened here is we've got two of these Rev Racing cars really close in proximity to where they can work together and really take the fight to the Venturini cars.
Van Alst on the bumper of the number 6, the LeVar Scott. LeVar Scott's teammate is the number 2. He's third in line on the inside.
Yeah, LeVar Scott would love to be able to get with his teammate.
I like how the lone white car at the back you can see is Gizzy.
Unfortunately, this outside lane
just
doesn't
riding
have enough
around.
cars.
Like, yeah, I just need to finish this race
to really be able to recover.
to be allowed to race Xfinity.
And we've got two of the fastest cars at the front of the field.
See at the very tail end of that pack, the 32 of Christian Rose, a nice recovery from his spin earlier.
Absolutely.
I asked you earlier, Austin, when is go time? And so
Ford.
often in the Cup Series, Xfinity Series, they say with about 10 laps to go, that's really hammered down. But you said it's situational.
Absolutely. And right now, the situation
so these guys that are
this
2x2 4 rows deep,
getting away. And if I'm Greg Van Alst, if I'm LeVar Scott,
they're not going to go anywhere. They're going to fall back.
Is driving away from me. And
I don't know why
left,
they still do it. Like they've seen what happened in the race.
To the front of the field, whether that's getting
they
organized, does that mean you're
look,
getting down
look
to
how
the
far
bottom
back
of the
they're
field?
falling.
Obviously, you've lost touch with your teammate. Only teammate in the field is third right now. So he's definitely in a tough spot, and I think your guys that have an opportunity.
Look at the yellow mellow car in the 44. There's the Thunder.
Our spotters going back and talking to each other. You know, between the two car, the 73, the 13, the 62.
Is it yellow mellow or mellow yellow?
Are we finding spotters making deals, trying to figure out what it's going to take to pass these Venturini cars, generate a run?
You can see it there. It's the
when you
front
get
car
wide,
on the
it's
inside line.
pack
Too wide.
Of two wide cars back really quickly. So I think having a plan here in the next 10 laps, spotters are going to be running around on the roof trying to understand what's going to work best for them.
And Annunziata in a 44, he doesn't want to just back off and let the 6 in front of him, even though that would probably help if they could get single file. They're not that far behind that 6-car pack.
Oh, hey, look, well, one guy's out, so that means this whole inside line's going to go. The whole inside line's going to pass everyone.
And Andretti to really try and close back up to that lead field. I'd be interested to see if they can join them.
The 6, I'd go low here.
Side draft effect.
I'm really impressed with the 17 of Andretti, that he's hanging on as well as he is.
Yeah, right, not running up.
Yeah, there, he went low.
Top 10.
LeVar Scott trying to close in on the bumper of Marco. But where did Van Alst go?
Unfortunately, he's still stuck.
too
There
wide.
he is on the outside. Trying to
Look,
make
there's
something
the
work.
Fusion and the
Drops
Mustang together.
in front of Ryan Huff.
I'm waiting for the
Camaro
to come
start to close back up to these
the
leaders.
Xfinity Series. That's if it comes.
And then at that point,
the
who's going to
SS
pull out
was
and make
just
a run?
unstoppable.
Yeah, you're going to have the
We won
momentum
2014.
when you get there. That may be the best opportunity.
2016.
But you're going to have help.
So,
I completely agree.
2013, 2014, and 2016. And then 15, 17, 18 was Toyota Camry.
You go with me.
Not 18. Sorry, 19 was Toyota
decided
Camry
not
as
to
well.
take that run. He didn't really have any help from behind. I don't think he had enough momentum to even try.
The last year of the Fusion.
He's in the 44 car.
And Van Alst does have a teammate, but he's nowhere in sight, so he's out there by himself. And he's the type of guy, he goes around in the garage, he talks to the guys that he watches in practice. Things will run well with him. So you think he's kind of picking and choosing at these moments who he knows he can trust and try to move forward with?
Yeah, well, I think
imagine
Andretti
wins this race.
Because here, everyone's kind of got an equal gap right now. So the only way to generate a run is to generate a gap. And when you generate a gap, you have to lift off the throttle and trust that the guy behind you isn't going to just leave you out to dry, or going to be able to deliver a push that's comfortable enough to get to the front of the field. As see some pushes coming from the middle of the pack there from the 44 car.
How about that blue and white number 13 of Armani Williams right now, running up in the top 5, doing an amazing job.
I reckon they're going to wreck again.
Yeah, he's kind of been quiet all day, kind of just.
I still think someone's going to flip.
He's in great position right here to be able to be one of the first ones to make a move. There's a ton of energy.
These guys don't have green white checkers. They've got green and white together. They're one lap dashes, and it's unlimited attempts. I think.
It's just understanding the right time.
The race, ARCA's got the rule where the race must end under green. If there is a caution before the line, they do another lap. They pace around until they're ready to go, and then they do one lap instead of two like the Cup Series. Or the other NASCAR
He's in the right place when it counts most. 6 laps to go.
Meanwhile, no change at the front of the field. Jake Finch got the best view out of anyone in the field, and I question his feedback on whether or not he's looking in the mirror, because that's what's going to become really important, and how long they stay committed.
I could not look in the mirror.
Oh, I mean, it's either a lot of trust in your team, or you just trust that your car is fast enough. But,
I wonder if
when it comes down,
because these guys here, what is it?
You're starting to get nervous. Things are going too well at this point in time, and
not
there's guys behind that have got to be getting impatient.
I mean, I think we typically look in the mirror probably 50% of the time.
These Toyotas here, they're not Joe Gibbs Toyotas, but
there'll be laps that I'll be leading.
These two Toyotas here, they're teammates.
Sometimes you just have to be
they always wreck
each
other.
You and in tune with the information that you're
getting
from the
they've
spotter,
got teammates in the race.
I think everyone has to
always
do that
get together. I don't know
why.
why
This time when they get to the line,
Talladega.
Now we came into this race, and it's always the question: who can stop Venturini Motorsports?
I wouldn't be surprised if Gus Dean's like, "Oh, I want to win this race," and
Finch
is like, "No," and cuts him off.
Racetracks. Corey
And
Heim,
then
the last one to do it,
Perez
did it here in 22. And Jake Finch,
Janko
working 60 laps, led so far tonight.
Well.
So impressive for this young man. We've got a car on fire.
Oh,
Andretti.
Andretti, big fire.
A couple issues earlier, and the caution is out for the 8th time with about 3.5 laps to go in this race.
Oh, wow.
There's another car involved. Look, there's a tear-off on the front of his car.
I don't think we can do
He's
team
going to blow up
there. I don't think there's any way that that they would allow team orders like that, or the teams to do that.
Yeah, it should be really interesting to watch this strategy here as you see Marco get out of the car, and what happened here. Obviously, they're all just running single file.
Did he just
so
blow
just
up in
flames
from
before
as he got into
started
turn
smoking
one?
on corner entry there, turn 1, right front tire flat into the wall, cuts an oil line or something.
Ooh,
a fire.
and then
he was running up in the top 10. When we talked before about him running just outside the top 10, it was not out of the question. But
gee, it's all in the even in the.
I'll tell you what, our newcomers have had a very tough time. We got
they have
in the console and the inside of the car.
Legend, have a mechanical problem. We got.
Oh, look at the smoke there, Austin.
Marco Andretti struggling. We got Shane Van Gisbergen out in the first wreck. These guys have not had an easy introduction into super speedway racing. That's a tough lick with the right front going down on corner entry from the bottom lane.
So you mentioned overtime. So they do have one overtime, as you mentioned.